Alrighty, hello. It's Miss Shirley, your friendly neighborhood English teacher. This will be a video over the cost of survival. In this lesson, or by the end of today's lesson, I will be able to participate in a silent discussion over the cost of survival, consider the viewpoints of peers, and then connect our survival unit texts and ideas. Today I have a Zion article for you, and like I said, there will be a silent discussion as part of this assignment. The intro video I will record and post for you. I will also leave a link just to YouTube, but in case that doesn't work, I'll have the recording. So here will be the intro video. Instead of recording it here, I don't want YouTube to block me, but I can upload it as a separate recording. I will also provide the link for you on YouTube. In your article, here will be the symbols that you use to annotate. So you can use a hashtag to make a connection to real life. Think if there's a movie or a book or something from your own life that makes you think of something in the article. A question mark we can use for questions or confusion. So if you're wondering about something or you come across something in the reading that you aren't quite sure of, we'll leave a question mark. If you have a question, write out that question or what are you confused about? An exclamation point we'll use to mark important information. So if there's something that could give us information on, the who, what, when, where, why, how of this article, that would be a great moment to put in an exclamation point. Finally, the up arrow here in the blue we'll use for deeper conversations. So the up arrow, this could be something that you want to come back to and make sure that you bring up in because you know that you're going to do a silent discussion today, just something that you maybe kind of want to build off of and add a little bit more to. So again, those are the annotations. You see them there on your article. In this recording, I'll go ahead and also provide audio for the story. If you would like to read this yourself, go for it. If you want to follow along with me in your own story, remember that you are annotating, that you are marking these things as you go. We'll want to make sure that the annotations are complete as that is part of this assignment today. All right. Zion National Park search for woman cost $60,000, report says. The National Park Service doesn't charge visitors for the cost of search and rescue efforts. This photo of Holly kind of does her dirty, but there you are. By Brady McCombs, Associated Press, March 11th, 2021. Salt Lake City. A search for a California woman who was missing for 2 weeks last fall at Zion National Park in Utah before being found alive cost about $60,000, park officials said Thursday. The cost estimate was provided by park officials who also released investigative reports revealing the search was about to be scaled back the morning that Holly Suzanne Courtier of Los Angeles was found in a hammock near a trail thanks to a tip from someone who saw her there, the report said. Heavily redacted, or like a lot of the information has been removed, heavily redacted reports don't say what happened to Courtier or why it was so difficult to find her in a park that is relatively small compared to other sprawling national parks. During the search, the park and the nearby town of Springdale were filled with missing person signs featuring pictures of Courtier and the clothes she was wearing in a case that generated national interest. After park rangers found Courtier on October 18, 2020, she walked about 1,000 feet, 305 meters, to a nearby road and was taken to a park building where she agreed to be interviewed by rangers. What she told them, however, is redacted in the report. In this case, the harm to personal privacy is greater than whatever public interest may be served by disclosure and would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of privacy, Zion officials said in a statement. Her family and park officials had feared the worst. The park is known for its towering red rock cliffs and hikes that take people along narrow trails with steep drops nearby. After Courtier was found, the family thanked park officials in a statement but said nothing else publicly. Courtier's daughter, Kaylee Chambers, told CNN in October after that her mother hurt her head early in her hike and became disoriented. Crews began searching for Courtier after she didn't show up for her scheduled pickup in the park by a private shuttle on October 6th, authorities said. The daily searches included dozens of rangers, search dogs, drones, and helicopters. Courtier's family was at the southern Utah park after she went missing and started their own daily organized searches on October 14th, the report said. Park officials gave the family daily updates and shared drone footage, but kept their search separate from those who conducted by volunteers because they didn't want to accept liability for the volunteers, the report said. On the morning she was found, a Zion official leading search efforts informed the team that the operations would be scaled back to halt doing daily searches and respond only to tips. In the absence of any clues, it was no longer practical to put people in areas or on trails with no foreseeable end, said the unnamed official, according to the report. A short time later, a tip was received that led to Courtier's discovery. Someone reported seeing what appeared to be a person in a hammock near a trail the night before around sunset. Search teams went to the location and found her lying in the hammock, the report said. The cost of the search included thousands of dollars spent on search supplies such as GPS devices and thermal monoculars. It also includes thousands of dollars spent on food and snacks for search teams, the report shows. The National Park Service doesn't charge visitors for the cost of search and rescue efforts, which are done to keep visitors safe, said park spokeswoman Amanda Rowland. More than 4 million people visited Zion each year of the 4 years prior to 2020, when temporary closures due to the pandemic dropped the figure to about 3.6 million, park figures show. So that is your article. So again, if that kind of was a first read through for you, going back through and annotating using these following symbols will be part of this assignment. If we're turning in a document or the article without any annotations, that probably would be a case for loss of points on this assignment. So once you've made your annotations, go into Google Classroom with the November 20th subplans, the posting there where you found this video. There you're going to find a link to Padlet. So in this Padlet, this is where our discussion will take place. This is what the 5th hour discussion looks like. So it has a blue background. 7th hour, I guess 5th hour yours is purple, and then 7th hour is more blue. But you should be able to take your cursor or your touchpad and slide along this horizontal line. So there are 8 total questions. They just are up here in the white. Pick 2 of those questions that you would like to respond to. If you click the plus sign here, you can add a post to this section. You can give it a subject and then write something fantastic right there. Once you've responded to 2 of those 8 questions, you're going to leave a comment to 3 peers. So when you leave a comment, you can see here, like in my original ones, I have the opportunity to add a comment. So I can add a comment here to this post. Maybe I want to ask a question. Maybe I want to leave a connection. Maybe I want to go back to where I've annotated for the deeper discussion. Can't talk and type at the same time. But whatever you would like to do, you're just commenting to 3 peers on the discussions they're making. Please make sure that your posts are appropriate. It should be recording your name or at least your initials. If you post and see that it is not, you can just add your initials here in the actual comment or in your actual post. You could do initials, or you could do like last name. You could do first, last name if you are comfortable with that. So once you are finished answering 2 out of these 8 questions here and responding to 3 of your peers, you are finished for the day. If there's any homework that you would like to work on, you can listen to music, chat quietly with a neighbor if they are also finished with their work. Thank you so much. That's all. Bye-bye.